stuck into that, but I don't want to get stuck into that by myself. I want to get stuck into it with the Boston boy, Tommy Toy Travels. Tommy, how you doing?
You know, I'm excited for WrestleMania, but not like the real like like I usually am with WrestleMania. It feels kind of the vibes I think are off this year, and I don't know if I'm alone in saying that.
No, you're absolutely not alone. There's a lot of people online that have been saying that this just does not feel like WrestleMania season. And do you know who I'm gonna blame for this? I'm gonna channel my inner Donald Trump.
Oh. China?
Not China, but close.
The UK. Europe.
I'm blaming Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I think that tour got in the way. And I think that had we have been in America, had Triple H have been in the office, and like been able to have had regular creative meetings and it be a normal week and a normal process, I think I can't see a reason why the build would have been as flat as what it is.
It's
it is. It's flat. There's not loads of moments to point to go, oh, that was crazy. Take Rumble and Elimination Chamber out. In really, what are you left with? You're left with
Tiffy time saying, "Oh, you have exes and Kaiser's in my DMs too." It's like, bro, if that's the thing everyone's talking about, you know it's not a good WrestleMania season.
That is true. Do you know, though, controversially, I am going to say that I think that segment makes that match more interesting.
It certainly does make that match more interesting, but based on previous years and the things that were happening at WrestleMania, there were just so many things that it was like, even me who doesn't watch week in, week out, there's like, God, I'm excited for that match. This, like what I've been hearing, because I'm more of a podcast listener than a watcher. I love my Dave Meltzers. I suck on that teat like we all do, the Wrestler Observer teat. And he does give me the information, the highlights. Sorry, there's someone outside like flashing lights. I bet it's Austin 316.
That'll be Dave Meltzer.
Okay.
Just saying thanks for the mention.
Yeah, it's just like the Gunther Jey Uso match, meh. The A-Town down, meh. The Rhea triple threat, it's probably gonna be a banger, but like what's going on here? The John Cena Cody, we could talk for hours about the madness of that and just how, like, bro, been there, Dan that, you know what I mean? And then we could just, what else is there? The Tiffy time? It's like,
well, I've got the card
whatever
in front
Penta
of me.
does, though, is going to be a banger.
We can take a walk through the cards and see, like, match by match.
I think that would be a perfect place to start and end.
I agree. In regards to your sort of early WrestleMania moments, I feel like we might have touched on this a few years ago, but what would you regard as being like an early WrestleMania moment for you?
I always remember when I was in college, just flipping through the channels, trying to watch something and seeing an ad for, I'm not sure which one. I think it was first time ever, or maybe first time ever, of John Cena versus The Rock, and just being like, not as an actual wrestling fan at that time, but just being like, holy shit, John Cena is wrestling The Rock for the last time ever. This is going to kick massive astronauts. I'm not even into wrestling, but like even I know this is huge. So I didn't watch it, but that was like the thing that got me like, I should really check out WWE sometime.
Yeah, I'm going to ask that question in the chat. So I've just asked in the chat, what's your favorite early WrestleMania moment? What I mean by that is not WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 3. I mean, when you got into wrestling, like the earliest memory you've got of your journey of, you might have only got into wrestling last year. So for you, it might be something to do with WrestleMania 40. Or it could be that you got in back in the day, and it could be something much earlier than that. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the community come back with on that. But let's start chipping our way through. We'll go match by match. We can talk about different potential surprises along the way. I don't think there's loads, though, that's kind of lined up outside of the main events. I don't really feel like there's loads of, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this person's coming back, this is where we're going to get AJ Lee and all that kind of stuff. I don't really get that feeling, but I don't know. Maybe stuff will show itself as we work our way through. So, first match I've got that got announced today, confirmed today online, but we knew we were going to get it anyway. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. What's your thoughts on the build for this, the match, the way it's going to go? What do you think?
What build? What build has there been? Can you tell me?
Well, he got put through a windscreen, Drew, in London, got some in
What's a
his
windscreen?
what would you call it? A
Window?
big window on the front of a car.
Oh, a windshield.
A windshield.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, he got put through that and apparently got some in his eye. At first, we thought it was glass, but apparently it wasn't glass. He's been saying that it's touch and go if he's going to make it, but Nick Aldis came out earlier today to say, no, the match is...
He came out?
He came out. That was a big moment. Very surprising to Mickey James.
Yeah, I can imagine. Holy shit.
But yeah, that's a match that we're going to get. I don't see much excitement around this match.
No.
You're not feeling it.
It could be a fun match, but
Yeah.
if he actually has that eye injury, I don't want him to do much. Just sit back. You only get 2 eyes to live.
That's a good point. I don't know if the eye injury is legit, to be honest. The vibe I'm getting is that he's kind of planting the seed of, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And then WWE have come out and gone, yeah, we're doing the match. So part of me wonders, is he trying to make it a bigger, more dramatic deal than it actually is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's just no excitement around this.
Is he trying to make it a bigger match than... Of course. If they're having freaking Nick Aldis come out of the closet during his announcement of this match, they are definitely pushing it way further than it needs to be in the build.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, this is really Damian Priest that should be taking the lead here. This, to me, is where Damian Priest has been given a monster opportunity. You are now out of Judgment Day. You're on your own 2 feet. You've got Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. The wrestling fans are not sold on this, and so you've got to sell them on this. This is what you've been working towards. This is what you've been trained for. And honestly, I mean, he's very quiet when it comes to social media. Outside of him doing TikToks with Caden, I don't see much coming out of Damian. And I think that's a mistake because I think that this needs some extra legwork. Drew puts that extra legwork in. I don't see it from Damian. And I think that's a big mistake because I don't think anyone's looking at Drew here as being the one that's got to prove himself. I think people are looking at Damian. So for me, this match boils down to, is Damian going to take his opportunity in real life? And at the moment, I've got to say, I don't think he is. So, winner, how do you think this goes? Who do you think they're going to give the dub to?
It really just comes down to a flip of the coin, I feel like, with this one.
Really? You think it's that close?
Well, the thing about WrestleMania is they always want these surprises. They always want to subvert your expectations. Like the Rock, showing up, beating up Luke Harper or Eric Rowan, or I don't know, Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns. So the thing about WrestleMania is people always need to remember that whatever happens is not logical. It's anything goes type rules when it's WrestleMania's on the table, I feel.
So you're saying 50-50 to...
I'm saying I didn't hear what match you're talking about. I was too busy Googling boobies.
Okay.
So I was trying to give a really good answer.
No, it was really good. And I mean, you definitely had me thinking there. So to find out you didn't even know what match we were on about is quite the eye-opener.
It was pretty good though, right?
Yeah, I was really giving that some thought. Yeah, Damian Drew.
Okay, for a second you said Drew, and I thought, oh yeah, Jey Uso. So we're talking Jey Uso, Gunther. But yeah, everything I said, I genuinely have no idea who's. This one is genuinely a 50-50. So what I said was 100% what I believe.
Yeah, do you know? I I mean, I don't really have much to say back in regards to. I agree. I think that you could go with Drew to give him momentum for what I'm sure will be a good summer for him. But equally, where does that leave Damian if you do that?
Mm,
It's Damian that needs the win more. It's Damian that needs this feud more. Drew could lose this match and be absolutely fine.
yeah.
If Damian loses, don't know that it's gonna be fine. Like all of a sudden he starts slipping down to the mid card, doesn't he? So if I'm WWE, I think I'm gonna give Damian the win because I think I have to. I think
Mm,
Drew can deal with a loss. I don't think Damian so much can. I think you move Drew onto a big feud after WrestleMania so that he recovers. Damian keeps going with the momentum of the win. I'm going to go Damian literally on those grounds. So,
okay. I
people in the
appreciate
chat,
it.
feel free to put your thoughts in.
I'll go with Damian too, just for you.
Okay, cool. Whilst people are debating that, putting in their thoughts on that, we're going to move to the next one. Otherwise, we may never get through this. Rey
No.
Mysterio against
Thank you.
El Grande
You
Americano.
know, this is one of those this is one of those things where it's like I don't watch, but everything I hear about it, it's like, oh, is WWE taking inspiration from old school TNA and AEW? Like, what's going on here? What's going on with this El Grande Americano bullcrap?
My feeling on it, and I could be wrong on this, is that I think they want to find a way of getting Chad on the card, but for some reason, I think there is some hesitancy in regards to maybe his size, which sounds crazy, but we
Because
had
he
a
got big
well, we got a
pecs.
golden opportunity last year to do Gunther Chad for the Intercontinental title, and we didn't do it. Instead, it was Sammy that went for the Intercontinental Championship and ended up winning it. But Chad was the one we had built to really be that guy, only for us to get to Mania, and Chad was not that guy. Fast forward 12 months, and I think that we've looked at Chad again and gone, how do we get him on the card this year? Where do we? He's a good talent, really good wrestler, really great matches, but he's there's a hesitancy there, there's a barrier there, which I can only
Hmm.
think is his size. So I think the solution they've come up with, and this is nothing but pure speculation on my part, is they've gone, well, let's put him in a lucha match with Rey. We'll give him a story where he becomes this, luchador that we don't know if it's him or not. We'll go El Grande Americano. We'll have a bit of fun with it. But the end result will be basically Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable, which is going to bang. That match would bang on Raw, given time and no commercial interruptions, and considering it's WrestleMania and what this is going to mean to Chad. I've got to think he's going to pull every trick he's got out the book, and this thing could really be the sleeper match of the
An
night.
ultimate banger.
I really think this could be a real sleeper match, yes.
But the other thing you're forgetting here, though, too, is that this is not 2012 Rey Mysterio. Well, 2012 Rey Mysterio is kind of mid. This is not 2002 Rey Mysterio. This is a
That's
Rey
true.
Mysterio that has, is better than 2012 Rey Mysterio, 2015 Rey Mysterio, but it's still not peak Rey Mysterio. So you gotta remember that. You gotta have that mindset going in that we don't even know how much time they get. This might be like a 3-minute in between match.
I completely agree. Yep, I think you make an excellent point. I think that this Ray is, I don't want to say the weaker link here, but Ray is someone that I think can go through the motions, he's got his moves, he'll get them in. I think he's gonna pick up his side of it. I think he'll do enough to make sure that this match is not, a bad match or anything. I mean, it's Rey Mysterio, but actually, you are right. This is not Rey of 20 odd years ago. This is not going to be as good as Halloween Havoc in WCW, the legendary match he had with Eddie Guerrero. So, but at the end of the day, it's two great wrestlers. Even if Rey's skills and timing have diminished a little, it's two great wrestlers given the right amount of time and everything. I do think that it's got the opportunity to bang. Let's put it that way. Whether it
To
does or it
bang.
doesn't, gonna have to wait and see.
Not like me.
You bang, do you?
Yeah, my head against the wall.
Okay. Out of frustration
Yeah.
or
For the fact that we haven't talked about the actual banger on the card, which is Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn versus Dom.
okay, Bron versus Penta versus Finn versus Dom. Before we get stuck in, winner of Rey El Grande.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I again, El Grande Americano, read the room. Let's go with Rey.
Okay, so Rey, yeah, I could see that as well. I don't know if there'd be some cheating and El Grande gets the win. Some people would really love that to be mask versus mask, but
Yeah.
that stipulation has not been announced yet, so I don't know that it's going to go that way. I do actually have the odds in front of me as well, just to add an extra layer of spice. And I can tell you that Rey Mysterio is minus 500 favorite. El Grande Americano is plus 300. Very kind. 411 Mania just lets us know that that translates to Rey having an 83% chance of winning. So Rey, 83% chance, and we've just both gone with Rey there. Let's go Bron Penta then. What's your thoughts on this Intercontinental match?
Wait, I thought it was a four-way.
Yeah, sorry, Dom, Penta, Bron, Finn.
You just care about Braun Penta.
Yeah, that's the match it should be.
Oh, really? You don't like four-ways?
No, I'm not a big fan of multi-person matches, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, so this ain't really
I think done well, they can be incredible.
Oh, they can. I mean, like the Gunther Drew Sheamus one from a few years ago was absolutely brilliant.
Like every match on this card, though, is like a triple threat, a quadruple threat.
I know, yeah. My issue is that not that I hate them, it's more I can find a singles match out of them that I would rather see. For example, Roman Seth, I would take that over Roman Seth Punk. Or Seth Punk, I would take that over Roman Seth Punk. Or Roman Punk, I would take that over Roman Seth Punk. Bianca Rhea, I would take that over Bianca Rhea EO. In regards to this one, difficult because I think Dom is the pick for me. And so he probably needs to be in. But Dom versus Bron Breakker, there'd have to be cheating for Dom to get the win there. There ain't no way Dom's beating Bron Breakker clean. So in regards to getting the title onto Dom, you probably do need a multi-man match like we've got here.
I don't like to hear that. I just want Phoenix and Penta to have their gold star moment that they didn't get in AEW.
I
give
wonder,
Penta his WrestleMania moment.
You've just made me think about if Phoenix might be the person that faces Randy, because Randy is not facing Owens now. So
that would be a wild match.
Why not put in one of your biggest recent signings?
What about Malachi?
That's another one that has been floated, yes. At the moment, they're teasing him for the 25th, but, I mean, look, needs must. You can always make that change.
The 25th of what?
April.
May?
No, April.
Okay.
The one that people have kind of come back with on that is, would you really have someone new go up against Orton and lose when they're new? Like, is Orton going to lose to Malachi? Is Orton going to lose to Phoenix? Probably not. Do you want those new people to take losses at WrestleMania? Well, no, not really. My counterpoint would be, well, you could always use countouts. You could always use DQs. You could always use outside interference. You could always use no contests, ref bumps, whatever it might be. There's obviously a million ways you can protect wrestlers. So, I don't know. I'd not considered Phoenix till you just mentioned that name, though, so I thought that was interesting. But back to this. Who do you think?
I want, underline want.
Yep.
I want Cero. Wero.
Oh, you want Penta?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to go with that?
Can I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to go Dom. Dom's the slight favorite. Penta's actually second favorite. So Dominik is minus 175 favorite. Penta at plus 150. Bron Breakker at plus 350, and outside, like the one they really don't think's going to get it, is Finn Balor at plus 600. So they really don't think it's going to go that way. Penta has got a 63% chance of winning. Dominik has got a 60. Well, it says 63% chance as well, but that doesn't quite make sense because they're not both on the same odds. So Mysterio's got a slightly better chance. Let's say 70%. So it's very close. Okay, so that's the Intercontinental. Shame it's not a ladder match. I mean, like, Ludwig's been involved as well here. And I think you could easily have found a way of getting a few others into this to have made it a ladder match. I mean, it's a multi-person match anyway. Why not just go that little bit further?
Just add ladders. You know people are going to be asking for tables, and they always pull that bull crap being like, oh, it's a multi-man. That means no disqualification. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got Jade against Naomi. What do you think?
This has the potential to be one of the worst matches on the 2 nights.
I do agree. Jade Cargill is not a talent that I get excited for when it's coming to singles matches. Maybe she's going to show up and show out. Maybe she's been working on a load of stuff, but I don't know. Do we think there's going to be any twist here? Do we think there's going to be any?
There better be.
Oh, God. I mean, could we get someone coming back? Could someone help Naomi? Perhaps we get Cameron. Perhaps we're going to get the Funkadactyls.
Or imagine it's a good match. What if that's the twist?
That would be a twist. I mean, Naomi's capable, but I just don't know that Jade is.
Yeah.
And surely they're going to go Jade's. That's their big investment. Which is such a shame because we've just changed the kind of character, the gimmick for Naomi. Like, she's got this proceed with caution stuff now.
What the hell does this mean?
She's not feeling the glow anymore.
What? Proceed with caution?
Yeah,
she's a yellow light?
Yeah, she's got like caution tape on her now. A yellow caution tape, and when she does her promo, she kind of signs off, proceed with caution.
Is she literally stand back behind the yellow line?
Yeah,
is that her gimmick?
She is
mind the gap.
She is the embodiment of the mind the gap voice, yes.
She okay?
Wow, no, I think
is WWE okay right now? Like, what is going on? I stopped watching for a couple weeks and you're out here being like, yeah, Naomi is...
This is WrestleMania here, right? Can we show some respect?
Sorry.
For WrestleMania.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here, sorry.
So it's Jade, who, I mean, honestly, has not had that many singles matches, having a singles match against the Mind the Gap woman. Jade's the big favorite here, minus 700 favorite, 87% likelihoods.
Wow. Hey, just so you know, in the chat,
yep.
Fast Hands Edwards keeps saying, hey, T, just so you know, I'm here today. And I ignored him every time he said that. So I think he left.
Okay. That'll do it. That'll do it. Are you going Jade as well?
No.
Oh.
I'm proceeding with caution.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that for you. Okay, this one might be a little bit tricky for you because the match hasn't been made yet. So there is a match on Friday, and even I can't quite remember the teams that are in it, but it's basically Liv and Raquel against a tag team. We know the teams that are going to be in a gauntlet match. Winner of that gauntlet match will face these guys. Off the top of my head, it's like Maxine Dupree and Natalia, Bailey and Lyra, Kaden and Katana, The Secret Hervis. That might be all I can remember. I think there's another 2 teams, Shayna and Zoe. Might be another team as well, but I'm not going to be able to recall that. But basically, it's going to be one of them. It feels to me like it's going to be Bailey and Lyra. I can't imagine Bailey not being at WrestleMania. But then, of course, it begs the question: where's Alexa and Nikki? Because
they're not. We talked about this. Oh, Nikki Bella.
Nope. Nikki Cross. Go back to your rant. You was right when you was about to rant. You was right. That's what I was talking about. Go back to that.
Alexa is at home with her Disney baby and her. Okay, I swear to you, she met her gosh darn husband on a Disney adult dating site. And that's why she's not there, because they're so busy Disney bounding rather than being in the Wyatt Six.
I have been sent by Brady a clip of her actually on stage singing songs, doing like
what? Zippity doo, zippity day.
I mean, what else is she meant to do? To be honest, like, I feel a bit sorry for her.
Maybe
it's not her
come in
fault.
and save the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, but she can't just do that. They've got to write it for her.
Can't. She can't. She has the dolls. Those sell like hotcakes.
That's true. They completely changed Lily so they could sell more, and then they've done nothing with Alexa.
Exactamundo.
Keeping the Wyatt Six off screen is one thing, but keeping Alexa off screen is hard to kind of, you could have just put her in a short little feud for the European tour, for example. But you didn't. So, So what do we think? This is the one where I feel we have to talk Alexa, we have to talk Wyatt Six. If they're going to make their presence felt, surely it's here. I think it's here.
It's not. It's going to be SummerSlam.
Really? We ain't going to see him till SummerSlam.
Yeah. Dude, like literally, this is the time of the year all the mommies go to Disneyland. Yeah.
Okay. So she's busy. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
It probably feels like the right time to just read what people have written. What do you think is going to happen with the Wyatt Six at WrestleMania? So Metal Mama said, okay, maybe the end of night 2, they say hello to John Cena. That's interesting. Or we see them at SmackDown after WrestleMania. The first time John is on. It would be great if they captured him or something. They forced him to snap and we get like babyface John. But who knows? I've wanted him back for months. And it didn't happen, says Metal Mama. Brady said yes, after Liv Raquel retain, which I presume will be against Lyra Bailey. The lights go out, and then they come back, and Alexa is in front of Liv and Raquel, but behind them is Nikki. On social media and 2 weeks on TV, we will explain how Alexa and Nikki reunited.
Okay, I can't have my high IQ intellect challenged like this right now in the chat. Alexa Bliss Gamer says, Tommy, Alexa will literally be in Vegas for WrestleMania. Point 1, the only WrestleMania event she was scheduled for was canceled. Step 2, what is close to Las Vegas? Freaking Disney in California. She being in Vegas is, yeah, I'll stop by after I go Disney bounding all day.
That is true. She is like a moth to a flame when it comes to anything Disney related. I would imagine they've tried to do rehearsals and she's not been there, and then they've found out she's been in the Disney store or something like that was like local. Yeah, she is like a moth to a flame to that. Big OG Pro Gamer said, we see them shortly after Mania. If we see them at Mania, then the only place they could return will be after one of the matches that have got members of Judgment Day taking part. Didn't really think about them maybe appearing after the Intercontinental if Dom and Finn are working together to maybe beat up Penta. Is there an opportunity for the Wyatts to make their presence felt there? Anna said, to be honest, no, I don't think they'll be on till the week after Mania. Maybe the week after that, there'll be the Mania fallout first. Nita Nitro said, we see Summit across the weekend. I'm hopeful. I think it could play into something else. Otherwise, we're just going to go back to glitches and weird stories. Finley said, I would rather they come back on the SmackDown after Mania, debut a new vignette series like the Firefly Funhouse. That would be a great way of digging into characters individually. Could be used every week if they want to come back. I mean, that would be good if that's what they did. Funhouse was always well received. Did you enjoy Funhouse?
No.
Jello Man says, no, they're never coming back. Wrestling Fan said, I don't think they're at WrestleMania, but they're going to return the SmackDown after Mania with Alexa. Walter J said, no at Mania, SmackDown after Mania. If not, then I'm seriously worried it's over. Brandon said, no, I think after Mania, once Nia gets back, we could do Nia and Candice with DIY. Miz Mello as a feud against the Six. That's interesting. Wrestling fans since day one said no, and when the creative team have something for them, I'm pretty sure they've got no clue what they're going to do with them going forwards. And Tom said, who are the Wyatt Six again? So a few different thoughts there. A few people thinking that there's still hope. But I would say the majority now looking after WrestleMania. Bayley, Lyra for this to be the opponents. I'm thinking you're probably going to just go, yep, let's go with that.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen.
Who do you think's going to win? Liv
Neither.
Raquel? You.
Alexa Bliss is going to show up and like her Disney bound outfit.
Yeah.
Sponsored by, what is it? Met on Main, the Disney adult dating app. And
did she really meet him on there?
Where else would she meet a man?
Grocery shopping?
No, you know it's some like weird Disney adult website.
Okay. I mean, it absolutely could have been. It absolutely could.
Also, can we talk about kayfabe for a second? Like, I know we want to talk about WrestleMania, but like for someone like Alexa Bliss, she should take that Dean Ambrose route of never being on social media, because it's one thing to be the spooky girl on TV, and then it's like, oh, what's Alexa Bliss doing on Instagram? And it's, oh, I'm at Disney, ha ha ha, and it's like, it's just, I know kayfabe is dead, but the Disney.
Bothers you.
Maybe it's just the Disney. Yeah, it bothers me.
How did you feel about Snow White?
I didn't watch it. Sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's absolutely fine.
Did you watch it?
No, no, I did not. I saw the controversy and I enjoyed that. So I feel like I've watched it. So I'm going to actually say that Bayley Lyra might get the win. Reason why I'm going to say that is because I think that Liv Raquel don't need the tag titles. And if they are going to go in a feud with Alexa and Nikki certainly don't need the tag titles, because I think they need to be free to go after whoever they want to go after. I don't think they need the hassle of defending belts. So I don't think that Liv Raquel, Nikki, Alexa needs to be for belts. So actually, you could get the belts off Liv and Raquel and move them on to a feud with Alexa, Nikki. Then you've got something going on for Bayley. I don't think Lyra 2 belts is a bad thing for a short term, but I'd imagine they'll lose those titles relatively quickly, to be honest. So, yeah, I would lean a little bit towards maybe new champs there, but far from confirmed. I mean, there's so many moving parts to that. Very hard to know how it does actually shake out. Okay, let's move on. LA Knight against Jacob. What's your thoughts here? Jacob.
I just don't know either of these people. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's not about knowing them, really. It's about who you think's going to win. No LA Knight?
Not really. Like,
Jacob.
He just won the belt.
Yeah.
Why'd they do that whole thing to put the belt back on him if Jacob's just going to take it?
What if Jacob doesn't take it? Let me explain my logic.
Then people would be pissed.
Yeah, but what if Solo tries to help Jacob but hinders Jacob, and then what we actually get is LA Knight leaving with the belt, and we get Solo and Jacob finally coming to blows, and that is then our program as we head towards SummerSlam. That would be my pick. Feeling that?
No.
Okay.
I don't like this match at all.
Okay.
Here's the deal. LA Knight does nothing for me. I don't know him. I've never really seen him in any matches. I know people on Reddit loved him and then didn't like him, and I don't know where they're at now, but he seems very Redditor become wrestler who kind of maybe is in the big leagues when he should have stayed in TNA and would have probably flourished there, and maybe in NXT flourished there. But I think some of the situation came from him being that dumb fashion icon or whatever. And now he's just LA Knight where he's getting pops, but it's like, what are these pops for? Wherein Jacob's getting the pops because he's actually wrestling like a freak.
Do you know, I think you make a good point. I mean, I am not crazy about LA Knight. He's never really done anything for me. I've never been on that hype train. I have no ill will towards him. It's just about, do I find myself really caring about him, or is he quite low down the pecking order? And for me personally, he's quite low down the pecking order. Jacob excites me a lot more. There's more of an aura there for me with Jacob. So I would like Jacob to get the victory, and I think we're going to do some really big things with Jacob in the future. But I agree with the point you made at the start, which is we've only just put the belt onto LA Knight. Are we really going to take the belt off him now? How does that make any sense to flip-flop that belt around? Which is why it leads me to think maybe we don't. Maybe we get Solo. Maybe that gives Jacob something to focus on in the summer. So I'm gonna lean that way. Am I putting you down for a Jacob or an LA Knight?
Well, I know what an LA Knight is going to be, though.
Okay.
Because there is a Disney merch store in LA, so Alexa Bliss will be there for an LA night of shopping.
So you think that...
Just put me down for Jacob.
Okay. Well, do you know what? The Jacob one makes a lot of sense because there is odds on this match, and LA Knight is actually plus
odds. You and your odds. I don't understand odds. I'll be honest with you. It's like talking to my dad about finances. It's like,
yep, but it's really easy.
Okay.
Bigger the minus.
You say it and I pretend like I understand.
No. The bigger the minus number, the more favorite they are.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Shout out.
That is it.
It's like golf. The lower the number, the better.
So Jacob is minus 700, which is huge. That's a big minus number. Normally, you'd be like minus 100 if you're a favorite, minus 200. Jacob is minus 700, which actually means that that's an 87.5% chance that Jacob wins this match. So to put it kind of into perspective, minus 700 is equivalent to being 87%. This is going to happen. So the bigger the minus number, more of a favorite they are. LA Knight is a plus number. So he's the underdog. It's unlikely. It doesn't actually tell me what his chances are. I'm guessing 13%, obviously. But LA Knight plus 400, Jacob minus 700. I get why they're looking at it that way, because the logical thing would be Jacob gets in there, destroys LA Knight, wrecks shop, gets the title, and then goes on to have a run with the belts. Like, I get the logic. I get why he's that big of a favorite. But I do see a potential swerve in there with Solo trying to help and actually costing an LA Knight leaving with the belt. And if I could put money on those odds, I would be really tempted to put a little bit of sprinkle on LA Knight there at plus 400. Because I think that's no guarantees. I mean, it's wrestling and they can choose to do whatever they want. But if I'm looking at the card, I'm seeing a little opportunity there. I'm like, yeah, that's the one. That's the underdog I like a little bit of a look at. So, but you've gone Jacob, and I totally understand why. Next, we've got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Now, you know both of these.
Yeah, is Logan Paul, like, not winning?
We got the odds. AJ Styles plus 175. Logan
Let's
Paul.
freaking go, bitches! Logan Paul! It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow.
Logan Paul minus 250.
Stars. That's how many stars this match is going to get.
That's how many stars this match is going to be. So Logan's the favorite, minus 250. It's not as big a favorite, though, as Jacob, who was minus 700, but they do have Logan as slight favorite.
Hey.
You every day,
okay,
bro,
so Logan is this dude. I freaking love Logan Paul.
Okay,
my girlfriend
hates she was a signed up member for the Low Gang.
I bought a Logan Paul action figure and I put it on like her collectibles anime doll section or whatever, her Agatha Christie books or whatever the hell it is. I put my Logan Paul there.
Okay, so you're rooting for your guy,
My man,
your
yeah.
man. Okay,
Hey,
I this is a tricky one, honestly, because do you go Logan and give him a big win at WrestleMania, or do you go AJ, who is starting to, enter this kind of final period of his career? I think, didn't AJ say he'll be looking to be done by next year? I think he's out by
yeah.
next year's Mania. So I suppose it doesn't massively matter which way you go here. They can both take L's and bounce back from them. So
Yeah.
if you're saying Logan, I might lean, and the odds are saying Logan, I might lean Logan as well. Okay.
Hey, hey.
Hey, whoa. Okay, let's go. We're getting to the big meaty matches now. So, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. What a build. What a build.
Hang on.
Oh, hello.
Just Charlotte needs to lose this one. She needs to take the L.
Okay. Have I got the odds for this one?
The odds of it being a good match is what I'm more interested in.
The odds, I tell you, I would have a little sprinkle on this as well. Charlotte Flair minus 140, Tiffany Stratton plus 100. I would have a sprinkle on Tiffany there.
What's a sprinkle mean?
Just a little, cheeky 20.
Doesn't that mean you're urinating?
Yeah, I'm gonna urinate all over.
Wait,
Tiffany
did
Stratton.
you just say I'd have a sprinkle on Tiffany there? Did you literally just say that on stream, broadcast to America and the rest of the world who have a 10% tariff plus? You said, and I quote, I'd have a little tinkle on Tiffany Stratton.
I would. Are you telling me you wouldn't?
You said sprinkle, not tinkle.
Either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Can we go back to talking about wrestlers and who's going to win the match, though? Like,
absolutely. You
not
going
objectify these beautiful women.
You going Tiffy time?
I am, yeah, without the sprinkling.
Okay, I'll go Tiffy time, but with sprinkles.
Okay. The chat loves this. The chat is so excited about you sprinkling.
I bet they are. I'll sprinkle on all of them as well. Yeah, they call me the sprinkler.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tiffy time, and honestly, the odds are at plus 100, which the breakdown here says Charlotte has got a 58% chance winning. Tiffany's got a 42% chance winning. I think I'm going with the underdog on that.
Me too.
Because I don't think Charlotte has kind of done herself any favors with this build whatsoever.
She's been a little mid.
And
like those matches, from what I've heard from Dave Meltzer, those were train wrecks.
Matches?
The one with Michin, and
right,
BFAB.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's going to take her a little bit of time to get back in the groove, though. She's been away for like over a year.
I guess, but why are they giving her BFAB?
Tiffy time. Let's go to another big match: Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Yeah, I know Jey won the championship, a couple championships, a couple Royal Rumbles, a couple things, but he's never won the big one.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to win the big one because Cody has it. But is he going to get the little big one? I think the pot is heating up. The water's not boiling yet, but this is a make or break moment for my boy because this build hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
Gunther is tried and true.
Did you like that?
Which beatdown? Every week. We get one every week.
No, the Jimmy one where he beat up Jimmy and had Jimmy bleed him.
Gunther did that?
Yeah.
Was that this week?
Last week.
Yeah, last week I was busy. I was at work. Sorry.
Sure. No. Check
so
that out though. It's a good segment. Lots of blood.
Speaking of check it out, I have inside information. breaking news.
Is that
A
exclusive
little
for the
dirt
web?
sheet material.
Is this a
Yep.
web exclusive? Oh my God,
Yep.
let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
on
Okay.
what was it? On Tuesday night was WWE night at the Prudential Center. And Gunther was there. And apparently he threw some dude in a Bruins jersey into the Devil's mascot, who then threw the dude off a ledge onto a table. So thank you, Sean Monster, for sending in this information.
Thank
and
you,
it
Sean.
seems like we might have the Devil's mascot in Gunther's corner.
Okay.
Which is huge.
That is huge. And that really could change the outcome of this.
Did you talk about that on Unseen?
No, this is exclusive. You've got the exclusive on this.
You gotta talk. Do you want? I can send you a picture.
Yeah,
he sent me a picture.
Yeah, send it over. Yeah.
You'll talk about it on Unseen.
Yeah.
I can also send you what he said.
I'll put it as the top story at the beginning, so you don't need to go too far into the video.
Okay,
I'll give you a shout out.
Go give Sean a shout out.
You don't want to shout
Sean's
out.
The one that went. Sean, Cheek TT's best friend.
Okay.
You can say best friend.
Best friends.
I think that's legal. I
I
was at his wedding.
I'll make sure it's the very.
He's a mate. You know, he invited me to his wedding.
Yeah. It'll be the first thing that we cover.
Okay, thank you. I'll send you that right now because I know you filmed that tonight, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got to do that. I'm also going to try and get my Wrestlemania predictions video done myself as well.
Talk about a big busy boy.
Yeah. That's why I get it sent over now, so I definitely don't miss it.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that right now for you.
Thank you. So, Gunther, Jay, which way are you going?
I'm gonna go Jay.
Yeah, I'm going Jay as well. And the odds are going Jay. Minus 600. Still not as big as Jacob. Minus 600 Gunther, plus 350. Jimmy's going to get involved, isn't he? Jimmy going to help?
Hopefully. Apparently he got bled last week, and
he did. I think it'll be hard to see him not being at WrestleMania, though. I think he'll still be there. So, yeah, I think we will see him, and I'm expecting Jay to get the win. Right, 3 more matches to go. Roman versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman apparently now owes Seth a favor coming out of Monday's Raw. What's happening here? What's going to happen with Paul? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't know. Like, the Paul Heyman thing confuses me.
Yes, I'm a bit confused by that. Should we just go to the community for a second? Because they might inspire us. So, Edward said, I think they're going to go with Roman or Punk getting the win, but it's probably going to be Seth.
I will say, I did have a dream.
Not wrong. It will be one of them.
I did have a dream about Seth.
Okay.
So...
Very good. And yes, I think Paul will turn on both, and he'll end up with Seth, who can't dress right Rollins. So a lot of people thinking Heyman and Seth will go off together. Like Big OG Pro Gamer said, Paul will join Seth. Seth will win. Not sure what the favor is. Nita Nitro said Seth's going to win. He is the centerpiece, the architect of the feud. The other two are both great opponents for him as singles. Roman needs a match. Punk needed a main event. Finley said, I think Paul Heyman will play a big part and could accidentally screw Roman or Punk. I also like the idea he goes off with Seth, but I don't see how we get that in a match. A wrestling fan said, I think Punk pins Roman to win. Seth's favor is going to be to give up on Roman and Punk join him, which he will decline and will turn on Roman. And wrestling fans since day one said Paul turns on Roman. Odds, because I know you love them. The current favorite for the match at minus 200. Who do you think it is? Who do you think's the favorite?
It's gotta be Seth.
Okay. So what? Someone is minus 200. Someone is
Nita
plus...
says, I dream of Seth often. Me too. Anna says Seth for the win. William saying Seth. Everyone in the chat's going Seth.
Okay, so
Ace, we need this dub, please.
someone is plus 300. Someone is plus 140. Someone is minus 200. Minus 200 is the favorite. Give me the order that you think the odds are.
Seth
favorite.
winning.
Yeah. Second favorite.
Roman second.
Roman
Punk
second.
third.
Okay. Wrong. So you are
Can you
correct.
say it more like British?
You are incorrect.
Thank you.
So you've got CM Punk third at plus 300. Seth second favorite at plus 140. There's money to be made, man. If you can actually get Seth at plus odds, plus 140, I am with you. I think Seth wins. Roman Reigns at minus 200 favorite. The math don't math for me. I don't think Roman wins that match. I think that's another little... You'd go in on that, wouldn't you? You'd go in and put a little money down on Seth at plus 140. Look, he's doing it right now. He's doing it right now. Yeah, I think all of us have said Seth. I think Seth, the odds have got Seth second favorite to Roman. Heyman, what do you think he's going to do? Do you think he'll leave with any of these or just walk off?
He might be sick that day.
He might be sick that day. Thank you.
A lot of my students are sick right now. I just want you to know.
Great to hear that.
Yeah.
I think Heyman walks off. I don't think he's going to join Seth.
That would be huge. Do you think Seth would dress like a normal human?
If he joined up with Heyman?
Yeah.
I think he would have to if those two join forces.
King, see you later.
See you later, King.
Yeah. I'd like Seth Rollins wearing normal clothes for a little bit.
He has started to wear slightly more normal clothes.
But, like if he came out just like...
normal.
Yeah.
Like
pajamas.
Pajamas. I think we're in agreement that we've both gone Seth. 2 matches left to go. Okay? Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. Io, Bianca, Rhea, women's title on the line. I do have some community thoughts.
Genuinely the match I'm most excited for.
Really?
Hands down. Yes. I think that this has potential to blow away everything else on the shows.
Okay. Any surprises? Could we get Becky?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd rather just have a good match. And then if there is a Becky situation, it happens on Raw.
Yeah.
I just want this to be a barn burner. In regards to winner, I'd say anybody but Bianca. Unless it's Bianca winning to become heel.
Well, funny you should say that because Edward Brown says Bianca is going to win because I think Dakota will cost Io. Big OG Pro Gamer said the rest of Damage Control is going to return and make sure that Io wins. Brady said, I think the story of the match will be Bianca and Rhea being too focused on each other, which will lead to Io winning the match. Nitro said Io's going to win with Asuka and Kairi returning. Muggsy said Rhea should win by pinning both on top of each other like Roman did at 37. Wrestling fan said, I think Io is going to win because Rhea and Bianca will be too busy dealing with each other. And Wrestling fan since day one said, no surprise, Bianca wins and is going to continue her WrestleMania streak. I think Bianca might actually be undefeated at WrestleMania,
Wow.
Which is interesting, but I don't know that that streak is big enough for it to be a real big deal at the moment. But maybe they could keep adding to it and maybe she could get the win because of that. But it feels a bit too early to go with that. Io's got the belt. What are the live odds saying? Let's have a look at the live odds. You're saying anyone but Bianca. Bianca is the favorite at minus 105, but there's not much in it. She's got a 51% chance of winning. Io is second at plus 120. Rhea at plus 200. So Rhea is the outside pick here. It's between Io and Bianca. So are you going Io?
Please.
Oh no, yeah. I'm going to go Io as well. 2 for Io. Do you know what's really interesting about this is Io is second favorite. We've both gone for Io. Seth is second favorite. We've both gone for Seth. Tiffany is the underdog in her match. We've both gone for Tiffany. I think the big thing I'm taking out of this stream, and this is not financial advice, is if you have got a little bit of money that you can just have a little play around with, you know, $20, whatever, and you don't mind losing it, you could probably put a little bit of money on these and have a little go, because I think there are some opportunities to, you know, have a winning underdog bet here. I think there's definitely feels like there's some. I'll be shocked if all these favorites win. I'll be really shocked. If all these favorites win, that means Jay, Bianca, Charlotte, Jacob, Logan, Jade, Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre's minus 1,000 favorite, by the way. Minus 1,000 favorite.
Hey!
That gives him a 91% chance of winning. Drew McIntyre. I think I went Damian. We both went Damian. We both went Damian.
Hey!
Dude, if that lands, though, we would make some good money there.
Bank money in the
big money.
bank, bitch.
Big money. But this brings us to our final match. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. This is it.
John.
This is what it's been building towards. We've been streaming nearly an hour.
Hey, it's going to be John.
It's going to be John. Big match, John.
Yeah. Big match, John.
John Cena, minus 210 favorite. Cody Rhodes, plus 160. John Cena has got a 67% chance of winning this match, according to the book.
Yeah, John Cena's winning.
You think that's definite? Are you
Yes.
like, yeah, no, this is definitely happening? Or is there any doubt?
No doubt.
Okay. Community, let's just turn to their comments. Edward said, I think Cena, but that's because he's like my dad and I love him. I think the sun shines out of the ass. The man can't do anything wrong. I love Cody, but I think Cena is the right way to go. Brady said, I think The Rock will try and cost Cody. When out of nowhere, the glass will shatter. Stone Cold will even the odds. In the end, I think Cody retains. Big OG Pro Gamer said maybe The Rock or someone else can cost Cody the title so Cena can win. If someone gets involved, then Stone Cold can come down to the ring with a chair to scare them off. But it might be too late. Nitro said, I think Cody makes Cena look better than he is. We get a screwy finish where he'll pick up the win. Princess Kutabich said, Cody will retain. Cena will win at SummerSlam. Finley said, if Rock's there, then he'll play a part, and we might get Stone Cold making an appearance. However, I think Cody would have to win, and I don't see that happening, but literally anything can happen. Wrestling Fan said, I think Cena is going to win because Jay is going to turn on Cody and join The Rock and Cena. Wrestling Fan since day one said Cody will retain. I don't know about Stone Cold. Uncle Revel said, not so cookie cutter. Randy gets no match at Mania. In turn, he'll help Cena win the title. Rock, Cena, RKO together until RKO gets favored treatment. That'll set up a turn and we'll do Cena against heel Orton. I think they've already announced, though, or word is from WrestleVotes, that Orton is going to have a match at WrestleMania. But it doesn't mean he still can't join that group. So, yeah, thank you for all those comments. Tommy, what are your thoughts? The floor is yours.
I can talk about anything.
Anything you want to do with John Cena versus Cody Rhodes?
No, next. I have other fun things because I gotta go. But I have things I need to talk about.
Okay, so I am gonna go. I think they go Cena, but I want Cody. So I'm going to go Cena. You've gone Cena, and that is that. Anything else we need to talk about in relation to WrestleMania? Any other bits? We've spoke Wyatt's. We don't think of there's going to be surprises. Stone Cold. Could we get Stone Cold?
We could.
Okay. Honestly, I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else we need to cover.
Okay, can I talk about fun things?
That was the end of our. Do you know what? At 1 hour, 1 minute.
I know. I gotta go. My girlfriend's making me dinner tonight because
No one cares about your girlfriend and what she's doing. Yeah, okay. This is your time with this community. So go ahead. Go. Okay. The floor is yours.
So my mom still wants to know why we still aren't doing this on Wednesdays. She's still asking me, like, does he really like Evolve? Like, what's going on?
Does she watch? She doesn't watch, does she?
She doesn't like it. She thinks it's bad.
No, this?
No. But she's like, she really wants us to go back to Wednesdays.
She doesn't watch.
I know, but she asks me like every time I see her.
But it doesn't make any difference to her life.
No, but it seems like you're evading the question I asked, which is a little interesting.
I watch Evolve, but you told me she doesn't like Evolve, but I don't understand how that affects me.
That is very true. Next thing on my list is I had a dream that you told me that we can't talk about AEW anymore because our viewers and ratings go down. So
no, I would actually not say that because I don't know what's happening in AEW. So this would be one of the only ways I would find out.
Well, remember that time I asked for free tickets to AEW and they said, well, my girlfriend is asking about going. So she wants to pay to go to see AEW.
You're in a relationship with an AEW fan.
Thoughts?
How does she feel about Tony Khan?
She loved him and Tommy. So speaking of musicals, remember how you were like, you should message that musical place and say you'll work with them?
Yes.
I did.
Oh.
And they pulled a Tony Khan.
They said what? You weren't famous enough?
No, they didn't say anything.
Oh, didn't? Yeah, but we kind of figured that that's what AEW were like.
They'd rather an empty seat, yeah.
You're not DMDX.
Who's DMDX? Okay.
So, yeah, it is all right if you want to talk about AEW. I don't want you having that dream again.
I just haven't watched. I haven't watched much wrestling in a while. Sorry, I want to apologize to everyone. I've been very busy with work. I've been very busy with my girlfriend being home. And as you can tell, there are boxes everywhere. We've been reorganizing the house and she wants me to. So basically we have a bedroom. We kind of decided to split it half and half, but now she's saying that my half is not good. So she wants to put a dresser there for linens and towels and stuff. And my stuff can maybe go in the closet. And she's also, you know, this space, you know. So
is everything all right?
The tortoise is great.
Oh,
the tortoise
is it like settled in now?
Okay, so we got him a hamster wheel, and he loves that thing. He just
but not
just
that
walks
quick.
on it. Yeah, relatively quick.
Really?
I'll send a video next week if you want to talk about it.
All right. Yeah,
he loves pooping in it though.
Okay. Well, and that goes round as well, does it as well?
Oh. Yeah, it gets super messy. He doesn't care.
Imagine if he had diarrhea.
He sure did.
No.
Yeah. The first time it happened, yeah.
What? And that was going all round as well?
Yeah.
Like a sprinkler?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a lovely day to walk out to that.
It's like a dirty protest. on his behalf.
That was last Friday, actually.
Oh,
It was, remember, I was like,
that
oh, I
for
got to go.
him.
I have a meeting with the big higher-ups at work. While
So
I was
is
in that
this why
meeting,
your
that's what he
girlfriend's
was
kicking
doing.
you out and there's all the boxes behind you because you brought back
Yeah.
a tortoise that's got diarrhea?
It's because I fed him too much calcium. I messed up.
Oh,
Because it looks like cocaine, and it's really funny to be like, cocaine time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to bring? What
I
was
don't
on
want
your
to talk
list?
about picks today. Is that okay?
Picks.
I don't think we have time. You got to film your unseen.
Oh, yeah, no, the pictures will have to wait, unfortunately. But that's okay, because
Yeah.
we can maybe dig into them next week, give them a bit more time.
We sure can.
Okay.
Well, it was great talking to you. I got to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got frozen
and
anyway.
You froze.
I've frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still hear me, but I have
Do
frozen.
you want to build a snowman?
You know what? Actually, I mean, I'm frozen, and I have no idea how would I even refresh on Zoom, because it's Zoom that's frozen. Do
Yeah.
look cute, though, don't I? Look at that little side little...
That's the type of picture you have as like your phone lock screen. Well, I would. Hey, by the way, can I just say one last thing?
I look like I've got
I got
loops.
a VR.
I don't love that for me.
I got a VR headset, like
yeah.
VR. And I don't know how to say this so we don't get demonetized. Okay. I did go to one of those websites to watch, like the porn. Sorry, the erotica. And I have to say, the straight version was not fun, wherein the homosexual section was a lot more fun in 3D.
I'm sorry, what? Hang on, I'm a bit distracted. You went to an erotic cinema.
Go. What?
You went to an erotic cinema?
No, a VR headset.
Oh, okay. You put on a VR headset and you did what?
I went to one of those sites.
Right. What site?
One of them.
One of what?
AO3. AO3.
What's AO3?
You'll find out when you're older.
Okay.
So I just want you to know that, it's more exciting to have a dude's wing in front of you rather than a woman's, in 3D VR.
I'm so glad that we stayed on the WrestleMania topic for as long as we did.
Okay, have you ever seen Friday the 13th 3D?
Have I ever seen Friday? No, I have not.
Okay, so there are moments where his pitchfork comes right at you, and it's like, whoa! And that's like VR homosexual erotica. That's what that's like. It's like, whoa, oh! Wherein with the straight one, it's just like, oh, there's a woman. Okay, whatever. But the other one is like Friday the 13th, like, oh! Do you get what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Just so that I can help the community out and just end the conversation.
Okay. Well, I feel like you should watch it sometime.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Was that a good note to end on, or should I end on?
No, I think that's really strong.
Okay, cool.
I think that's really strong. I think this episode has ended on such a high note.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually, a lot of people might even say this is the best episode we've ever done.
Okay, cool.
Okay, lovely. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate it as always. And we will see you again next week. Do we know what we're doing next week?
Yeah, we're going to talk about musicals. I haven't talked about musicals in a while.
Hey, I've got one thing that we can go out on. One thing we can end with. That is a legendary performance from a legendary community member.
Let's freaking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Edward Brown.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man.